Good evening, everyone. Today, fourth lessons. Actually, previous week I talked about Kamma. What is Kamma? So today I'm going to talk about the result of Kamma. The result of Kamma. The rebirth is one of them. The rebirth is the result of our Kamma. So we were born in this life because of our past karma. If you still continue to create either good or bad karma based on craving for existence, then you will still be rebirth. You will still be rebirth after life. So that is the result of karma. So actually, I discussed with the sister Lu On. So actually, to cover the whole topic of the result of karma, then I requested for one more week. So I want to extend one more week. So this week, so today I will talk about the result of karma. The next week, I will talk about rebirth. Because rebirth is interesting because so we need to, we have many things to discuss about rebirth. And also people may want to know. So therefore, so today is not the last lessons. So there will be another one more week if you are interested. Okay, today, so I will talk about the result of karma. So the result of karma is mentioned in many places, especially Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta from Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 135. Chula Kamma. Actually, they are Kamma Vibhanga. Kamma Vibhanga. Vibhanga means analysis. So in this sutta, the Buddha analyzed about karma, especially the result of karma. The result of karma. So Chula is a smaller discourse. Smaller discourse. And also we also have another Kamma Vibhanga Sutta. It's called Maha Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, greater discourse on analysis of karma. Also, the Buddha discussed about how karma work. So those who want to know, and you can read Majjhima Nikaya, Sutta number 135, and also Sutta number 136. So because of time constraint, I will not be discussing in details. So in that sutta, when a young man called Suba asks why people are short-lived, some people are short-lived, some people are long-lived, some die in their early age, some live until 90 years old, even 100 years old. And some are ugly, some are beautiful, some are poor, and some are rich. So the Buddha gave all the answers in that sutta. So here, when the Buddha is answering the question, it is referring to past karma, the karma in our past life, So in that sutta, the Buddha said that some people are short-lived because they are the one, they are all they accumulate they are the one who kill, who commit killing. So because of that, so they die in their early age. And some people are long-lived because they refrain from killing, and also they They have a compassion and loving kindness to all sentient beings. So they refrain from any type of killing. So therefore, in this life, so they live longer lifespan. So here, actually, here it's important to know that the Buddha talk about only the present conditions, present cause and conditions, not in this life. Some people, they accumulated good karma to live longer lifespan, but they do not take care of their health. They will eat whatever they like, and they do not do any exercise. So therefore, they have a lot of diseases. So this is a present karma. So therefore, it is combination of past karma and present karma. So we don't have to forget about present karma as well. So here in this sutta, the Buddha just refer to past karma. Some are sickly. Some people have a lot of sickness and illness, a lot of diseases, because the Buddha said that they injure other living beings. They used to harm other living beings. So because of that, in this life, they have a lot of diseases. And some are healthy. The Buddha said that. So those people do not injure other living beings. Even they protect living beings. So therefore, they are healthy. So that is a past karma. Some people was born, there are a lot of sicknesses, a lot of diseases. They was born with the diseases. Some people very fit, very healthy. So no need to go to hospitals or clinic. So because they do not injure other living beings. Some people are ugly. The Buddha said because they used to be angry in their past life. A lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of irritation. So therefore, they are ugly. Some are beautiful, opposite. No anger, no resentment. They used to have a beautiful mind, sympathy, compassion, loving kindness. So therefore, they are beautiful in this life. So we cannot change our appearance. But because of our past, we have this appearance because of our past time. So what we can do is, of course, we can change by using our present time. So therefore, some people undergo, plastic surgery. So they become beautiful and handsome. By using present time, you can change this one. So that doesn't mean, even though you was one as a ugly man and ugly women, you can still can change it. But if you don't want to undergo plastic surgery, then what you can do is do not try not to be angry. Try not to have any resentment in your mind, and trying to smile, trying to stay with compassion, sympathy, empathy, loving kindness. Then even though you are ugly in terms of appearance, people will see you as a beautiful and lovely man or woman. That is, we can change our appearance, even though we cannot change our appearance. If we do not undergo plastic surgery. So therefore, the Buddha just referred to past karma. Some people are poor, some people are rich. So the Buddha said that some people are poor because they used to give in their past life. They are generous. They used to share what they have. So some people are rich because they practice generosity, and also they used to give. Some people are poor, but they do not give, they do not share virtual people. And some are, the Buddha said, some are wise, some are stupid, some are foolish. So the Buddha said that some are wise in this life because they used to learn, and they used to discuss. They approach the wise people, and they ask questions, they discuss with them, they listen to what they say. So today, you are accumulating good karma that make you wise, even in this life, and also afterlife as well. Afterlife as well. Some are foolish or some are stupid because they never listen to Dhamma talk. They never engage in discussion. They never ask questions. So that means they never learn. So in this life, you listen to Dhamma talk and you discuss about the Dhamma, and you ask the question, and you read the book, you listen to the Dhamma talk. Then even in this life, you will become a wise person. And you will become a wise person in afterlife, this life, subsequent life. So actually the Buddha gave the answer of some people are short-lived, some are long-lived, some are wise, some are foolish, some are ugly, some are beautiful. So actually, I will not be discussing in details because I think it's good to go and read. Because this is a general description about karma. So normally we always say that if you do good things, you have a good result. If you are doing bad things, you have a bad result. So this is a general teachings of the karma. But today, I will discuss important point about the result of karma. So as a Buddhist, we have a misinterpretation or misunderstanding about the result of karma. So today I want to discuss about them. In Chula Kamma Vibhanga Sutta, the Buddha said that beings are owner of their own karma. Beings are owner of their own karma and heir of their karma. They have karmas at their origins, karma as their relatives, karma as their result. It is karma that distinguishes beings as superior and inferior. So some are inferior, some are superior in terms of appearance, in terms of property, in terms of status, etc. So some people are rich, some are poor, some are famous, some are not. Some are good looking, some are bad looking because of their karma. So their action will distinguish. So whether they are inferior or superior. So therefore, so the Buddha talk about importance of ownership for karma. So therefore, we always say that if you do good, you have a good result. If you do bad, you have a bad result. So this is a general teaching of the result of karma. So therefore, in Dhammācariya, the Buddha said that Domehi Kechan Atapan. You yourself should make the effort. You have to do yourself. The Buddha is not a savior. The Buddha is not a creator. The Buddha said that the Tathagatas are the ones who only show the way. So here, the Tathagata here is the Buddhas. So the Buddhas are the ones who only show the way. So this is important teaching in Buddhism. Buddhism is not a the teaching that were promised. If you believe in Buddhism, you will go to heaven. No, not in such way. The Buddha cannot make you go to heaven, or the Buddha cannot make you go to hell. You yourself is the owner of your karma. You do good, you have a good result. You do bad, you will have a bad result. So, therefore, do it yourself. The Buddha is not a savior. The Buddha is not a savior. So the Buddha just showed the way. These are unwholesome actions. Don't do them. These are wholesome actions. Good deed. Do them. So this is the Buddha just showed the way. Killing is not good. Harming is not good. Don't do that. Refraining from killing, harming, good. Then having compassion and sympathy to living beings, good. So the Buddha just showed the way. So we have to make our own effect. So we are owner of our own karma. So therefore, so one of the difference between Buddhism and other main religion is Buddhism is not a savior. So the Buddha did not promise if you believe him, he will rescue, he will give you a salvation. No, the Buddha didn't say that. You have to make your own salvation. If you want to go to heaven, just do good deed. If you want to, if you are doing a wholesome deed or bad deed, you will go to unwholesome destinations. If you want to attain Nibbana, if you want to attain enlightenment, you have to meditate and you have to do your own meditation. The Buddha cannot do for you. So therefore, this is a one important teachings about karma. Okay, any question up to now? If you have a question, then can answer. No question. Okay, let's continue. So now I will talk about the important aspect of the law of karma, the law of karma. But this one also from Dhammapada, from Dhammācariya, the law of karma. The Buddha said that even an evil person may still find happiness so long as his evil deed does not bear fruit. So here the Buddha said that an evil person, one person who is killing, engaging in a lot of killing, he still have a happiness. He feel happy. Things seem to be good. So there's no evil consequences. There is one person who is doing business by deceiving other people, by stealing, by exploiting, seem to be okay, then as long as the Buddha said that, but when his evil deed does bear fruit, he will meet evil consequences. Even though he is doing killing, harming living beings, even though he is engaging unwholesome business, even though he is committing sexual misconduct, even though he is deceiving, telling a lie, even though he is doing different type of unwholesome actions, his life seemed to be okay, very, very happy. But when his evil deed does bear fruit, he will meet evil consequences. So therefore, this is the law of karma. The law of karma. Sometimes you will see that some people who are killing, who are fighting, creating war, seem to be okay, but the result of evil action will come, and he will suffer. So that is the law of karma. Another one is opposite one. Some people are doing good, but there is no good result of his action. He will experience, he will suffer, but so there will be the time his good deed will bear fruit. So here the Buddha said that even a good person may still meet with the suffering, so long as his good deed does not bear fruit. So that is the law of karma. Sometimes it happens. Even though you're a good person, but you have a lot of difficulties, a lot of problems in your life. But your good deed will bear fruit. Then you will benefit from it. The Buddha said, when it does bear fruit, he will enjoy the benefit of his good deed. Even though you are doing good deed, even though you are doing good things, if you experience problems, difficulties in your life, don't give back. Your good deed will bear fruit. So in those times, you will enjoy. So the thing is, the most important thing is doing good deed. Good deed will bring a good result of karma. Bad deed will bring the bad result of karma. So that is the law of karma. But one thing we need to keep in our mind, that's very important one, it's very important one. So when we talk about the result of karma, it is complex. It is complex, intricate. As I earlier said that, as the Buddha said that, even though some people are doing unwholesome actions, akusala karma, they still enjoy life. They have a lot of happiness, property. Nobody is blaming them. But when his unwholesome deed bear fruit, he will suffer. So that is the result of karma. But the Buddha said that. So the result of karma is so complex. So complex. The same two people are doing the same good deed. the same good deed. So two people are doing meditation. The same meditation teachers, under the same meditation teachers and under the same meditation retreat. One person have a deeper level of concentration, and the other person no, struggling. Even though they are making the same effort, but different, so they are disposition, so different level of their wholesome karma. So therefore, so the result of karma is so complex. So the Buddha mentioned, so the result of karma as one of the four inconceivable matters in Asankya Sutta. So the Buddha said that so four things are difficult to know. Actually, it is a complex. So shouldn't think. It doesn't mean you shouldn't think. You can think. So number one, the domain of the Buddhas. The domain of the Buddhas. Then the Buddha can do. It is, you cannot imagine, you cannot think in your mind, with your mind. Because the Buddha can do a lot. The Buddhas can do a lot. And also the domain of the one in jhanas. In jhana here is in the deeper level of concentration. So when somebody is in jhana, he can sit down the whole day without eating, without drinking. He can sit down for 7 days without eating, without drinking. He is not tiring, peaceful and tranquil. So therefore, when you look at somebody is sitting down for 7 days without eating, without drinking, you will see that not impossible, not impossible. So therefore, the domain of the one in jhana is so complex. Also, we cannot imagine with the one normal mind. And also another one is the result of karma. So normally, the general law of karma, general theory of karma is: you do good, you have a good result. You do bad, you have a bad result. But we cannot say for sure. We cannot say for sure. So therefore, in the Pali Canon, the Buddha normally use the word samvatanika. If you care, you might go to hell. You might go to hell. So the Buddha say, you must go to hell. No. The Buddha do not say, you must go to hell. So the Buddha use the word samvatanika. Samvatanika is, if you care, it will, you will accumulate a result that you might go to hell. But that is not a definite. So we can look at the story of Venerable Angulimala. Even though he came, but he didn't go to hell. He didn't go to hell. So that means two people, one case sentient beings. Sorry, two people case sentient beings. One person will go to hell, another person may not go. So therefore, we shouldn't think. I would say definitely. So therefore, the Buddha used the word samvatanika. So the result of karma is so complex. It's very difficult to tell. So therefore, in many suttas, the Buddha talk about the complex nature of the result of our karma. So we have to look at many dimensions, Normally we say that if you do good, you will have a good result. It's not 100% correct. You do bad deed, you will have a bad result. It's not 100% correct. So we can refer to the same story of Venerable Angulimala Thera. Even though he commit killing of many human beings, but he attained enlightenment. He became an arahant. So therefore, to know about complex nature of the result of karma, So here is Dhamma Vipaka. Normally we say karma. It also means karma and it result. So it's very complicated. So therefore, we need to look at from different dimensions. So now I will discuss different aspects of the result of karma using some suttas, what the Buddha taught. So one of the sutta is, we call it Lonafala Sutta. In English, it is called a lamp of salt. So there is a lamp of salt in your hand. There is a glass of water. If you put a lamp of salt into the glass of water, you cannot drink. It will be very salty. So here, water represents Hosankam, Kusalakam. Salt represents Ahosankam. Some people have a little bit of Hosankam. But when they do a Hosankama, lamp of salt, then they suffer. They have a lot of problems. They have a lot of suffering in their life, difficulty in their life. That even they will go to unhappy destinations, just like a hare, animal realm, and beta realms. So similarly, so there is a water in the river. There is a lamp of salt, the same amount of salt. But when you put it into the river, it will not make any difference. The same amount of salt, the same amount of ahosankam. So therefore, two person commit stealing. Two person steal the property of the government. One person go to jail. Another person no. So the different level of their also, different level, different background. Similarly, some people, even though they do ahosankama, so that the result of that ahosankama cannot give so much effect in their life. Of course, there is the result of karma. Not serious, because they have a lot of hosan deed, a lot of hosan actions. So therefore, in this sutta, the Buddha said that two people may commit the same degree of thousand karma. One person go to unhappy destinations. Another person will not. But he still suffer a little bit of the result of that thousand karma in this life. Then those thousand karma will not follow next life. So here, when you look at this soda, so we can make a conclusion that trying to have more good deed. If you have a more good deed, sometimes you may do thousand karma. That thousand karma will not make a bit different in your life. That is because of having a lot of good karma in your life. So that is the important teachings in Buddhism. So therefore, after you have done, if you have done thousand karma, don't feel depressed. Don't do it again. But trying to do more good deed. So in that way, you can influence your past karma. And also in this sutta, the Buddha talk about another important aspect of the residual karma. Many Buddhists said that if you kill living being, you will be killed. So that is it's not 100% correct. Not 100% correct. If you kill, you'll be killed, of course. So there is a there's a possibility. Suppose you kill one person, you are likely to kill by their relative. But according to this sutta, the Buddha said that we cannot take it definitely. So what the Buddha say is, if you do thousand karma, just like killing, stealing, so it is unpleasant, painful. So you will experience unpleasant result and painful result. It may not be the same. You kill, you may not be killed. Right? You may go to jail, then you will experience unpleasant. You will undergo unpleasant experience in your life, like that. So that is what the Buddha taught in this sutta. So normally, we Buddhists think that if you kill, you will be killed. It's not 100% correct. The Buddha said that you do thousand actions, so you will not experience the same one. You may experience the same one, but you may not. So the thing is, after doing thousand karma, so you will experience unpleasant things in your life. So that is the important theory of the residual karma. Any question? No question, huh? Okay. Then I will discuss another one that is also important for Buddhists, also non-Buddhists. It's called determinism. Determinism in Pali is niyata vara. It is the belief that an individual's destiny is fixed, that he or she cannot change it. And he or she must act accordingly. That's called determinism. So that means you are destined to live longer lifespan. long-lived. You cannot change it. You have to act accordingly. Then you think that you will be short-lived, and you will be unlucky. So you will experience certain kinds of diseases. It is determined. So you cannot change it. You cannot change it. So that means, so this is one of the wrong view. And the Buddha talk about two type of determinism. So I think if we learn, and you will know what the Buddha want to say. So number one, we call it karmic determinism. Karmic determinism. In other words, we can call it fatalism. Fatalism. Propagate hetu in Pali. If you think, actually this is a wrong view. This is a wrong view. Everything we experience in this life, pleasant, unpleasant, or neutral, is due to our past karma only. Due to our past karma only. So now you have a pleasant experience, pleasant light, pleasant people. So now you have a unpleasant experience in your life. You are meeting with unpleasant people. You're dealing with unpleasant problems. So you think that if you think it is just due to the past karma, only. If you think so, that will be wrong view. So that means, of course, many of our past, our pleasant and unpleasant experience may be because of past karma, but not just past karma alone. Not just past karma alone. So as I earlier said that in my previous lessons, two types of karma, past karma and present karma. You are experiencing pleasant things in your life, unpleasant things in your life, or neutral things in your life. So they are not just because of past karma. And also it can be because of present karma as well. So then only it will be right view. So normally we Buddhists think that, oh, what can I do? This is my past karma. What can I do? This is my past karma. I have to accept it. Like that. Normally, when you suffer from some diseases, like a cancer, if you think that it is because of my past karma in past life, that is wrong view. It may be right because of past karma, but it is also the present karma also play an important role. Present karma also play an important role. Lifestyle, your diet, maybe the cause of cancer. So therefore, karmic determinism or fatalism. If you think that your past, you cannot change your karma, that is wrong view. That's wrong view. So we experience pleasant, unpleasant, neutral, the result of karma in this life. It is not just because of past karma. in the past life. It also due to our present karma as well. Then only it will be irrevocable. Normally, if you say that it happened because of my past karma, past life, that's not 100% correct. It may lead to wrong understanding. What can I do? That's my past karma. Then you do not do anything. So it will lead to an activity. No activity, no action. You just blame your past karma. So that is also one of the wrong view. Another one is determinism is theistic determinism. Theistic determinism. In Pali, we call it Eksara Hetu. So actually God knows and control everything, and therefore has determined everything before it has happened. You become rich because God wants you to be rich. You become poor, then you see that God make you in that way. So you have sickness, you have any type of pleasant or unpleasant things in your life, you attribute to the God. Because of God, it happened. So if you have such type of determinism, that is also wrong view. So such a wrong view will lead to irresponsibility. Don't blame me. It is the will of God. It is the will of God. So this is also determinism. Not only God religions, even in our Buddhism also. So there are some people who believe certain kinds of God and goddesses. Things happen in your life, good things or bad things happen in your life because of God or goddesses. That's also wrong view. Wrong view. So unpleasant things arises in your life because of you are bad karma. Unpleasant things arises in your life because of your good karma. So if you believe things happen because of God or goddesses, that's also a type of theistic determinism. So the Buddha said that we are own our own karma. We are creator our own karma. If you want to have a good life, you can create your own. So that is the nature of the result of karma. Another one is one of the wrong view is the non-causality. Non-causality, ahetu, apacchaya. If you think that everything happens without any cause and conditions, so that is also wrong view. If you think that things happen in your life without any reason, without any conditions, that's also wrong view. Of course, as a Buddhist, we don't have this like this one because we believe causality, theory of karma. Because of cause and effect, things happen in our life. Actually, there are some people who believe that we are here we are here by chance. We are here as a human being by chance. We die, finish. So they do not believe cause and conditions. So they believe also wrong view. We call it non-causality. Non-causality. So I think as when you want to know about the result of karma, so we have to be very careful about three types of wrong view. Number one, if you say things happen in my life because of past karma, so actually it's not 100% correct. So that means things happen in your life, whether pleasant or unpleasant or neutral, not just because of past karma, and also present karma. Present karma also plays an important role. And second one is, if you believe, I want to say that God or goddesses, so they create your pleasant and unpleasant experience in your life. That is also wrong view. So the last one is non-causality. So things happen without any causing effect, causing conditions. But I think that it is important to know. When we talk about the result of karma, then we need to keep three types of wrong view in Yatana Sutta. In Kautra Nikaya, chapter 3, Sutta number 61. Okay, any question? No question. Okay. Then, to talk about the result of karma, I also want to cover important practice. The important practice according to Buddhism. Also, it is one of the wrong practice. One of the wrong practice. Of course, Buddhism also believe the purity of the mind, and also in other religions also they believe the purity from sin. So by doing something, so they believe that they were purifying their sin, like that. So here I want to quote one of the sutta, Sankarawa Sutta. So in this sutta, the Buddha asked Sankarawa Brahmin, who believes in purification by water, and he always immerses himself in water at dusk and at dawn, 2 times a day. In the evening, he will go to the river and dive into the river. He did that all his sins and wholesome deeds are purified by just diving into the water. And he believed that water can cleansing all his evil deeds. And the Buddha asked, considering what benefit do you do this, Brahmin? Because he used to go to river and immerse himself in water twice a day, at dusk and at dawn. What benefit do you have? The Brahmin said that, here, Master Gautama, wherever evil deed I have done during the day, I wash away by bathing at dusk. The whole day I will have unwholesome evil deed. But when I go and immerse myself in the water, all my evil deeds are purified. And wherever evil deed I have done at night, I wash away by bathing at dawn. So nighttime, I may have done Ahusanka. Then I go to the river and immerse in the water. In that way, my ipati is purified. So actually, most of the religions, they use water. They use water as a rising waitress. You can look at Christianity, you can look at Hinduism, you can look at Islam, you can look at Buddhism, even Buddhism. We also use water to bless, to bless. So that is also, if we look at the purpose of doing, using water, it's very important. Even nowadays in Hinduism, if you go to the river, if you dive into the water, then they state in that all their sins are purified. So therefore, so this tradition, this practice, still followed by Hindus now, even nowadays. So they will go to river early in the morning, and they will dive into the river, and they believe that all their oaths and deeds accumulate at night time or wash away. They will go to evening. Some people may go to 3 times a day. So by doing so, they think that all their ipati are purified. So in you know that in Christianity also they use water. So they baptize. So using water is important. Honestly, I think important signature of most of the religions. So here in so there's a story of a Brahmin, and this is a slave from Anathapindika, the one who donated Jetavana monasteries. So she is slave in his house. So she have to get up early in the morning, so early, and she normally bring the clothes and she wash those clothes in the Kanchi River. Early in the morning, she saw that a Brahmin is diving in the water. Early in the morning, the water is very cold. Then the slave woman asked the question at the Brahmin, why you are doing that? For me, as a slave woman, then I have to get up early to wash the clothing. But for you, why you come here? Why you are diving into the water? Then Brahmin said that whoever, whether young or old, does an evil action, even he is released from his evil action by pollution in water. Pollution in water is a type of practice that you think that by using water you can wash away all your evil actions, evil deeds. So this Brahmin also the same thing. He believed that by diving into the Kanchi River, all his evil deeds will be washed away, will be purified. So he is thinking in such a way. Because of that, he is diving into the river. So here, a young lady who is a slave in Anathapindika house, and he taught to the Brahmin, who indeed told you this? Who told you this? Ignorant to the ignorance. Truly he is released from his evil action by pollution water. Who told you that? He's blaming, she's blaming. And now she's talking that. Now, if by just diving into the river, all your evil deeds are washed away, if it is so, as she said, all frogs, turtles will go to heaven. Actually here, frogs and turtles, they live in the water. So they will not have any evil deed, They will go to heaven. And also alligators and crocodiles and other water dwellers will go to heaven because they are always living in the water. So they will not have any evil deed. Very logical, very logical teaching. Then she said that if those streams, rivers, carry away for you the evil deed previously done, they will carry away your good deed as well. They will carry away your merit too. So yeah, it's very logical teaching. If the water carry away all the good deed, or the bad deed, or the frogs, crocodiles, fish, so they will go to heaven because they are living in the water. And also, if you think that water carry away all your evil deed, and also it will carry away your good deed as well. Thereby, you will be outside. So that means you will not have any good deed or bad deed. Very logical one, Very logical one. So that means, even though they believe by diving in the water, all their evil deed will be washed away. If so, all your good deed also will be washed away. So you will not have any good deed or evil deed. Very interesting. Actually, this is a Onika Gatha. It is a story of Onika, slave woman. Later she became Bhikkhuni. Then she became an arahant. Then later she talked about her life. Then she shared her conversation with the Brahmin. So therefore, rites and rituals are important in every religion. In Buddhism also will be rites and rituals. So regarding with the rites and rituals in Jainism, Jainism also do not believe the importance of rites and rituals. And Jain texts, Suya Katanga, says some of the Brahmanic rituals. So actually, Jainism, Buddhism trying to blame rites and rituals, especially the rites and rituals followed by Brahmins, followed by Hinduism, and also Jainism also believes theory of karma. But of course, there are some difference between Hinduism and Buddhism. So Jainism said that it's very interesting. If it were true that perfection can be attained by ablution, cleansing with the cool water, if perfection can be attained by evolution, then fish, tortoise, and snakes will attain the higher perfection. Similar, similar teaching in Buddhism and Jainism. If water really wash away the evil deed, then it must wash away the good deed also. Similar teaching, similar teaching. The Brahmin assert that perfection is to be attained by daily lighting out the fire. If this were true, smith, an artisan of a similar nature, will attain the higher sanctity. It's very beautiful, very beautiful. Actually, in Brahmanism, even nowadays, they still believe that if you tend the fire, then you will have a perfection. You have a union with Brahma, with the Brahma. So if this were true, smith and artisan will have a higher perfection. So therefore, I think Jainism also do not pay attention to the rites and rituals. How about in Buddhism? So regarding with the rites and rituals in Buddhism, I want to quote one of the lines from what the Buddhists believe. So this is one of the famous book written by Keshari Dhammananda, Bhante Cakkapala. And he said that the rites and rituals are ornamentation or a decoration to beautify a religion in order to attract the public. They provide a psychological help to some people. We have a lot of rites and rituals, even in Buddhism and also in other religions. It helps them psychologically. But one can practice religion without any rites and rituals. Without following any rites and rituals, you can practice Buddhism. So therefore, when you look at the Noble Eightfold Path, there's no rites and rituals. So when you look at the important teachings of the Buddha, Dana, Sila, Bhavana, Dana, keeping, Sila, moral contact, Bhavana, meditation, so you will not see any rites and rituals. So you can practice Buddhism without any rites and rituals. So therefore, according to Buddhism, of course, people, so as a human nature, so they still practice the rites and rituals. But it is a kind of ornamentation, decoration in religion. But according to Buddhism, if you can practice teachings of the Buddha without relying on any rites and ritual, that will be the best. But people still have attachment to rites and rituals. Stay okay. But We must understand that. So we can practice Sila Samadhi Panya, or we can practice the Noble Evil Path without following rites and rituals. Okay. Question? Any question?
Bhante, there's a question in the chat. So someone asked,
Yeah.
when transferring merits, Buddhists pour water from a kettle into a cup until the water overflows. Is this considered a rite and ritual?
Actually, it is. We cannot say it's a rites and rituals. It is a symbol. I don't know how to say. It is a symbol. So you pour water until it's overflow. It represents water represents good deed, your good deed. Then flowing of the water is you are sharing your good deed to your departed relatives. It's not a rites and rituals, but without pouring water into the cup, you can still transfer the merit. So therefore, at the end of our lesson, we normally share the merit without using any water. The most important thing is you dedicate your good deed to your departed relatives. So if they are around, and they will know it, and they will rejoice. So if they rejoice, and their life will transform. So therefore, pouring water into the cup is a type of symbol. So water represents your good deed. By doing good deed, you accumulate your good deed. Then you share your good deed with your departed relative. It represents flowing water. But you can still share the merit without using any water or any cup. Then just speak out. I share the merit with my departed relatives. Yeah.
Bhante, then based on this, what's the difference between a rite and ritual and symbolism? So how do you define what is a rite or ritual?
Rites and ritual actually here is if you do not believe pleasant and unpleasant thing in our life based on our karma, that is a without rites and rituals. Suppose you try hard in the schools, because of that you got a degree. You got a degree from universities. You believe your actions, your own effort. You got a degree from university because of your own effort, because of your serious studies. That is, you believe cause and effect. But some people, they will go to one religious person, then they will ask for help. Please pray for me to pass my to get a degree. Then the religious person will use water and bless. So may you pass your exam. May you got degree without any difficulties. But the person who believe what the religious person say, do not study, just take a rest, and also living in an easy life. Then after taking exam, he or she will fail. He or she will fail because he doesn't believe his actions. He believes, how to say, something magic for the religion. So that means, rising ritual means you rely on something. It can be paying homage to one object. It can be keeping some object in your pocket, like that. So you believe the power in it, but you did not rely on your own effort, your own. You do not study your lesson well. So that is a rising ritual. Any type of things that you believe outside of camp. And also, to make it more completely, something outside of the Noble Eightfold Path. It can be called rising rituals. Like you make a lot of effort to become a rich person. You try hard. That's your karma. Some people may go to some places and they will pray. Without making any effort. It can be rising rituals because he or she do not believe the result of karma. He or she want to become a rich person, but he didn't make enough effort. But just honestly rely on outside power. It can be the statue, it can be an object, it can be the place. So that is called rising rituals. There are different types of rising rituals. Even Buddhists, we are using rising rituals. Suppose in a Buddhist temple, we'll be blessing with the water, right? Most of the temples, they have a blessing with the water. Suppose you want to pass your exam, then you did not study, you have a strong faith in the blessing of the water. You think that by just receiving blessing from the Buddhist monk, you will pass exam. You do not study, you didn't do anything, then you take exam, you fail. So it can be considered as a rising rituals. But here, of course, we use water, we bless. The reason is we have loving kindness and compassion. It is manifestation of loving kindness and compassion. People will come to temple, they make some effort, and also they have a say, when they visit temple, they will have a pure mind. So both the receiver and the person who bless, they have a loving compassion, good quality of the mind. Of course, such type of blessing will have a same positive effect. So even the same act of blessing with the water, but if you believe, so this blessing will create a good karma in my exam. Then you didn't study, then that can be considered as a rising rituals. So it's very, very wide. So to make it very simple, so outside of all the practices or all the all the custom and traditions that are outside of the Noble Eightfold Path. That can be called rising rituals. As a lay person, as a human being, so the belief in the rising rituals will be you can stop only you become Sotapanna, stream enterer. So as long as we are not Sotapanna, we still believe in rising rituals. And in Singapore, we have a one famous statue. People believe that people who come to Singapore to get a job, they will go to that statues and they will pray, hoping that the God will help them to get a job. So that is also a type of rising rituals. People believe rising rituals. So when they have a less confidence in their mind, those who have full confidence in his professions and also skills in their respective areas, so they will not rely on any external people or things. That he will make his own effort to get a job. So that means, studying well and profession in his respective areas, and also making much effort to get a suitable job for him or for her. That is a Kamma. That's a Kamma. So if you are doing your own part, the future will take care of itself. So we don't need to worry. So therefore, as the human nature, so we normally believe rising rituals. So if you think that by visiting this place you will be lucky, you will go. Very easy, very easy. Quite natural. And also there are some believe that if you visit 3 times, if you visit this place 3 times, you will be lucky. You will become rich, and you will become famous, successful like that. Such belief can be called rising rituals. It's nothing to do with nothing to do with good luck. So good luck and also success and also richness, everything depends on your karma. Karma here is past karma, present karma.
Bhante, we actually have quite a few more questions. Do you want to take them now or later?
I think later.
Okay.
I'll take it later. I want to continue because this is a connected each other. So here in Buddhism, the Buddha talk about impurity and purity. Impurity and purity in Chota Sutta. This is a very beautiful sutta. Very beautiful sutta to know about purity in Buddhism and impurity in Buddhism. The Buddha said that. The Buddha talk about 10 unwholesome actions, like killing, stealing, etc. So we already talked about that. These chona are 10 causes of unwholesome karma, just like killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, etc. If one engages in these 10 causes of unwholesome karma. If you do unwholesome karma, then if one taints the sacred fire, one is impure. And if one doesn't taint the sacred fire, one is impure. But of course, actually, tainting the sacred fire is the practice done by Brahmin or Hinduism. So they believe that by tainting the sacred fire, and so their sin will be purified. Here the Buddha said that after doing 10 causes of unwholesome karma, even though you taint the fire or you do not taint the fire, you are impure. Some people will pay homage to the sun, hoping that all their sin will be purified. And if you do unwholesome karma, even though you pay homage to the sun, you are still impure. If you do not pay homage to the sun also, you are still impure because you do unwholesome deed. Similarly, if after doing unwholesome deed, even though you immerse yourself in water 3 times a day, you are still impure. Because the Buddha said, for what reason? The Buddha said, because these 10 causes of unwholesome karma are themselves impure and defiling. That means, after doing unwholesome karma, you are impure. Even though you practice different type of rites and rituals, you stay impure. It is because people engage in these 10 causes of unwholesome karma that hell, the animal realm, the sphere of afflicted spirit, and other bad destinations see. Because of those unwholesome karma, they go to ugly destinations. Here, the purity in Buddhism. The Buddha said that if one engages in 10 causes of wholesome karma, if one do wholesome karma, whether or not he performs rites and rituals, one is pure. Because it doesn't nothing to do with rites and rituals. So if you do wholesome deed, you are still pure. Because these 10 causes of wholesome karma. So here 10 causes of wholesome karma mean you abstain from killing, stealing, engaging in sexual misconduct, etc. So you will be pure. Because these wholesome karma are themselves pure and purifying. It is because of that people go to heaven, people become devas, people become human beings, and they go to the good destinations. So here we can study that purity and impurity in Buddhism. So in Buddhism we have 3 types of purity. So number 1, bodily purity, abstinence from distraction of life. So if you refrain from killing, you are pure. If you abstain from stealing, you are pure. If you abstain from sexual misconduct, you are pure. Finally, 4 types of purity. If you abstain from telling lies, if you abstain from divisive speeches, if you abstain from harsh speech and idle chatter, then you're pure. And also will be 3 types of mental purity: abstinence from longing, abstinence from evil, and abstinence from wrong view. You are pure. So that means purity, impurity depends on your karma. If you do unwholesome karma, you are impure. Even though you follow a lot of rites and rituals, eternally pure. So if you do, after doing wholesome karma, a good deed, you will be pure. Even though you are doing rites and rituals, stay pure. Stay pure. So therefore, the purity of the mind, the purity of the body, the purity of the speech depends on our good deed. Okay, so there's a important teachings about karma and the result of karma. So if we understand, so we will not rely on outside people, outside things. So we will not rely on rites and rituals. We just pay attention to our karma, just do good deed. Okay, now we can answer the question.
So one of the questions was, is there a difference between sharing merits or transferring merits?
Sharing merit and transferring of the merit. Of course, this is a discussion. We cannot transfer merit. We cannot transfer merit. So some people want to use dedication of merit. Dedication of merit. We dedicate our good deed to our departed relatives. So some scholars are very careful about using the language. So they say that we cannot transfer our merit. So we just dedicate and we just speak out that I have done a good deed today, and I share that good deed with my departed relatives. Only our departed relatives, after seeing, after hearing, rejoice, feel very happy. Then only he or she will get it. Even though we share our good deed, if they do not rejoice, they will not get it. They will not get it. So therefore, some scholars, they don't want to use the word transferring of the merit. But of course, I think we shouldn't too serious about the language. So actually, we are using metaphorically. So we share and dedicate our good deed. Then if our departed relatives, after seeing, after hearing, they rejoice, they will get it. They will get it. They will receive sharing our good deed. In that way, it is look like we transfer our good deed to our departed relatives. Normally, after doing good deed, then we will have that good deed. So we just dedicate our good deed to our departed relatives. So our good deed will not be, we are not transferring our good deed. We just share. Normally we give the simile of candlelight. In the room, darkness, no light. Then we light the candle, one candle. Now there's the light. Another person want to light his candle. Now of course we will let him light the candle, 2 candles. And also other people also will come and get the light, more candlelight. So here our candlelight is not decreasing. Even the light in the room is brighter and brighter. So similarly, after doing good deed, we accumulate that good deed. Even though we transfer, even though we share or transfer, we are not sharing our good deed. Actually, our good deed stay our good deed. So we just dedicate. Then if they rejoice and happy, and they will get, I want to say, the result of good deed. Suppose your son got a first prize in his school. He's very happy because he got a first prize. Then he come back home and share the news with his mother. The mother also being very happy. So that means sharing of having the first prize. So he has the first prize already. He shared a piece of good news with his mother. His mother also became very happy, rejoice. That's a good deed. Similarly, we accumulate a type of good deed, we stay habit, we dedicate. If whether our departed relatives or anyone rejoice our good deed, they will get good deed. So that is the nature of. So that means some people do not want to use the word transferring of the merit. They say that we cannot transfer. Of course, if we take the language, the word seriously, they are right. But for me, okay, we can use any language, metaphor. Okay, any question?
Bhante, can I interrupt? Sorry, yeah. Just now you say when you delegate to the departed, and then they must rejoice before they can receive the merits, right? So how would we know whether they have received and then whether they really rejoice or don't rejoice from that? Even though we are delicate to those that are not departed, we don't go and tell them, say that, oh, I delegate the merits to you. So how would they know that we delegate the merits to them, and then how would they rejoice from this?
Of course, if we see divine eye, we will know it, because we do not have any divine eye, we cannot see. But some people, so of course there are some personal stories. So even the monastery I stay in Mandalay, the donor is the person who converted to Buddhism from Islam, because he got his daughter died early, and the daughter normally come to his dream, telling him that he do not have any clothes, any food, any shelter. And he trying to do a good deed in Islam, but still coming to his dream. And also he do according to other religion. Finally, he come to Buddhism. One of his Buddhist friend, told him to offer food, to offer robes, to offer robe to the Sangha, then to share the merit. Then he followed. He offered food and the robe. So that night, his daughter told him, I got clothing and food, but I do not have a shelter. So therefore, he decided to offer monasteries. And he told his family, then I want to become a Buddhist. So whether you want to become a Buddhist or not, it's up to you. So for me, I will become a Buddhist. Then he offer in monasteries. So actually it's a very big monasteries, even nowadays still existing. So that is monastery I stay in Mandalay. So after donating monastery, he shared the merit that he was informed that. So her daughter received. So whether I don't know whether it's true or not, because it is based on the dream. Based on the dream. So we do not know. But if his dream is right, we can say that they say his daughter received sharing out the merit. Of course, if you are a divine eye, you will know it. Okay.
Thank you, Bhante. Maybe I read the next question.
Yeah.
Next question is, why do some monastery and centers chant suttas in Pali where most people or reciters may not understand? So is this a form of rites and rituals too?
Chanting, if you believe that by listening that chanting, all your sins, all your evil action will be wiped away. If you are chanting, if you're listening in that way, it can be rites and rituals. But the purpose of chanting is normally we chant the quality of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha, and also the discourses on loving kindness. Of course, nowadays people we normally use Pali as a medium of our chanting. As a monastics, of course, we know the Pali that we are chanting. But as a lay person, if you're trying to, if you understand what we are chanting, that will be more beneficial. But sometimes you can use chanting as a type of tranquilizing your mind. So, of course, the purpose of chanting is to recollect the quality of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and also the teachings of the Buddha, just like a loving kindness. So Kelaniya Sutta that we chant is talk about loving kindness. So without knowing the meaning of Kelaniya Sutta, of course you will have some type of benefit, but you will not have 100%. If you know the meaning, then you contemplate and you analyze, and you apply teachings of the Buddha in your daily life. That will be more meaningful. But of course, chanting in Pali without knowing the meaning, it may be, if you have a wrong understanding, it may be a type of rising rituals. Then I will give you one example. When somebody dies, we normally go there and chant in Pali. Actually, when you look at those chantings, when you look at the translation of those chanting, you will know that. So we are contemplating the nature of this body. We were time wanting. The nature of impermanent. Of course, as a lay person, you will not understand. Of course, should try to understand. So the best way is using the mother language. If you're Chinese, if you can chant in Chinese, that will be better. If you are English spoken, if you are speaking English, chanting in English will be much better. Actually, the Buddha said, the Buddha idea is as long as we can use any language, as long as it can carry the original teachings. So maybe next week I will use one sutta to talk about that. Maybe it's a little bit so that you will know the purpose of chanting. It's also connected with the Kamma. It's a theory of Kamma. Some people believe that by just listening to chanting, and they will go to heaven like that. No, it's not like that. So maybe I will call beautiful sutta for that. So that means, of course, if you use local language, Chinese or English, or your own mother language, that will be the best. But of course, it might be soothing. While you are chanting, you should know the meaning. Then after knowing the meaning, you apply teachings of the Buddha in your daily life. That will be the purpose of chanting. Okay. The last question.
There's a question, Bhante. Can you elaborate more on how pouring water from a kettle into a cup until it overflows is useful for transference of merits?
Sometimes to cultivate positive mind, we need an object. So I don't know whether you have seen the bead, So we are using the bead. So that means when we are chanting, so we use the bead to focus our mind in the bead. We count. Similarly, we use a kettle and we pour water into the cup so that we concentrate on what we are doing, sharing of the merit. Actually, some people may concentrate on just pouring water. It's not right. You can pour water at the same time. You dedicate your good deed to your departed relatives. That's the main thing. As I earlier said, that we can share the merit without using any kettles or anything. So this is a traditional practice follow at the time of the Buddha. At the time of the Buddha, King Bimbisara, King Bimbisara. He poured the water on the ground, not on the cap, on the ground. So that means the Buddha. So King Bimbisara poured the water into the hands of the Buddha. So he donated a piece of land to the Buddha so that the Buddha can use as a monasteries, Viluvana monasteries. So that means King Bimbisara used the water. So we follow that tradition. So later we pour the water into the cup. Then we pour that water on the ground. That means we can do two ways. If you are doing sharing merit on the ground, you can pour on the ground dryly. But if you are sharing merit in the room, You cannot pour on the ground, you know, on the floor. Then you have to use the cup. So maybe we can say it's a later development. Later development. So, as I earlier said, that the most important thing is you share good deed. You dedicate your good deed with your relatives. And to rejoice, they will get share the merit. Okay. So I think time is set. Maybe we continue next week. We'll focus on Rebirth.